how to open a business bank account for trade finance. In this video you learn how to open a business bank account very fast, but first of all you will learn all the places where you can open business bank accounts in a very short time period and in a sector which is very rare in Switzerland, because in Switzerland they are not happy anymore to offer trade finance activities unless you have huge volumes. We give you the banks who are accepting even newcomers. Stay tuned!
Caputo and Partners, SwissBankingLawyers.com. We fight for your money.
My name is Enzo Caputo. I'm a Swiss banking lawyer, the founder of the boutique law firm Caputo and Partners, and the founder of the blog SwissBankingLawyers.com, the place where successful business people find tips and solutions for international asset protection. To better protect their actions with Swiss bank accounts, with offshore banking, with citizenship by investment, with golden visa, with relocation, with tax optimization, and much more. Stay tuned!
We fight for your money.
It's a great pleasure to have Dario with us today. Dario Berta is a 100% banker. It's a very senior banker with huge experience, decades of experience in banks like UBS, but also other banks. He's a specialist for international private banking, for investment banking, and much more. Dario, we are very happy to have you here today. It's a great pleasure for me to have you here and to give very useful information to our audience today, especially about trade finance, about international payments, about how to open accounts for businesses. So if you start a business, here you will learn how to open bank accounts in a very short time. We can even open bank accounts with offshore company. For example, you can even use Turks and Caicos companies. In 1 week, the company is open, and another week, the account is open. So this service, you can go everywhere. There is no other place you can open bank accounts and company formation in just 1 week for company formation and 1 week for account opening. This is very fast. But let's dive in. What is this kind of bank who is so efficient with these kind of services? This is a new bank, so it's not an old bank, no tradition, but it's a new bank. But this bank is becoming so attractive that even other Swiss banks are referring people to this bank.
Absolutely, yeah. Absolutely.
And how comes that a Swiss bank is sending people to this bank? How comes? Can you explain a little bit why they do so?
Swiss banks, they are just interested in wealth management, asset management, and on the private side of the client, but they're not very much to be interested in the corporate part of the client, especially not in doing payments for the company of the client, especially not in doing financing or in doing trade finance.
Especially for non-domestic companies, you know. If you have a Swiss company, maybe you have the chance that your account is open if you have a Swiss company. But if you have an offshore company and you want to open a Swiss bank account with an offshore company, that's the nightmare. Very difficult, I tell you. But with us, no problem. We can open accounts with offshore company very fast and very cost effective.
Yes, we are really specialized in opening accounts for trade finance activities. Yeah. We are not scared of any specific sector, if it's commodities, if it's energy, gold, precious metals, sensitive industries. We are very open. The bank is operating strictly on the rules of Chinese walls. So also sensitive information, it just goes to the right person in the bank or the trade finance department or the legal department, or if it's really necessary, we even approach the owner of the bank to securitize certain operation that nothing can be done wrong and there will be no mistake. That's very important to us, that we give a 24-hour service to our clients and that we support everything that we read, because we speak the language of the bankers. So we know exactly which information we have to disclose and which information we have not to disclose, or when it's very sensitive, we really try only that this information is only for one person specifically in the bank.
Exactly. And this is a European Union bank. So it's not a Wild West bank in a Wild West jurisdiction. It's a bank who is acting according to the laws of the European Union. That means to open an account, the bank has to identify the client. So if you have a corporation, the bank has to identify the corporation. You have to provide the certificate of incorporation. You have to provide the articles of association, the board resolution mentioning the people who are entitled to open the bank account. If the company is older, you have to provide a certificate of good standing. You have to provide the residence documentary evidence for the domicile of the company, and on top of it, the bank has to identify all the legal representatives. The physical persons representing the company must be identified with a passport, with a passport copy, legalized and super legalized with apostille. And as everywhere, so it's a fully European Union bank, but the services are amazing, and this bank is booming. They attracted so much business from Switzerland just because, as Dario said before, Swiss banks are focusing on wealth management, private banking, as they did for the last 300 years. But if a new company wants to do business and wants to open you have a UK company and you want to open an account in Switzerland with a US company, no chance. And if you go to the Swiss bank, you say, look, I want to do trade finance. My volume are not that high because I'm starting my business. I'm starting with moderate volumes. This is possible with our bank, but this is not possible with Swiss banks because they are asking for a track record. They are asking for huge volume.
Yes, the Swiss banks, they look at least 5 years, the balance sheet, and they want from the beginning already very high transaction volumes, and they don't want to deal at all with offshore structures, of course.
So with an offshore company in Switzerland, no chance.
No.
With our bank in the European Union, it's easy to open the offshore company, no problem. And even if you have a smaller transaction, no problem. The bank is happy to execute the transaction. If you have accumulated funds, the bank is happy if you take the funds away, and you can deposit the funds in Switzerland. You can take the funds away from this bank. They have no problem with that because it's a bank which is specialized in international transaction, in trade finance activities. It's a bank specialized with standby letter of credit, bank guarantees, accreditive transaction, forfeiting, and
right,
much more.
Forfeiting, factoring, bill discounting, leasing. They are really familiar in all this field. We also offer to our clients that we do a 24-hour service and really support in all the manners from legal to compliance, in preparing the documentation.
Before presenting the documents to the bank, we sit together with you. We are sitting on the table with you. You show us your documents. We agree together what kind of documents we want to present to the bank. We make an unofficial information exchange with the banker we know, which is a friend of us, and we decide together which document we will go and present to the bank officially. You don't have to spend money. You pay when you have the pre-approval. So that is the first installment to us has to be paid as soon as we have the pre-approval. You pay 50%. Then the second installment is paid when you have the IBAN number, when the work is finished basically. Then you pay the second installment. But what is very interesting in this service is that we provide the follow-up. If you have transaction, we don't only do the introduction to the bank, but we provide supporting services with transactions who are important for you. You think this transaction is so important, I want a specific support. Then we offer exactly this support. We help you to prepare the right documentation that this transaction flows through the compliance department.
Yeah. We follow you till the operation is done and you achieve your goal. Till the end, and we are very committed, and I think that's a big advantage for our customers is they always reach us and we really support the full process. We don't not just open the account and that we leave the client with the bank. No, we try to support him on each deal he's doing in the documentation, in the legal and compliance and so on.
And if the deal is not possible with this specific bank, we are happy to introduce you to another bank, maybe in another jurisdiction, who is specialized in these sectors.
Yeah.
So we know very many banks because we are specialists for Switzerland, there is no doubt, but we are also specialists in the European Union to find suitable banks and stable banks in the European Union. Tell us a little bit about this bank. We are recently working very much with this bank. They have a rating. They
have a rating.
Are booming.
They are listed at the stock market. It's one of the fastest growing banks in Europe. They're really specialized in supporting companies, supporting business. They're very familiar with trade finance, leasing and financing. It's really their business. And also very important for our clients in the field of trade finance, they often have to do also payments.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's maybe 50 payments a month, but it can be, when we see some of our Azerbaijan or Russian clients, we see they do thousands of payments every month. And this, for the normal bank in the United States of America or Switzerland, it's an absolutely no-go and a nightmare.
Mission impossible and a nightmare,
yeah,
exactly.
They start to track every payment in every jurisdiction, and they can even ask you for a $50 transfer to some African countries and ask for contracts, which can lose tremendous amount of time. And it's time consuming, and as we all know, time is money.
Yeah, exactly. So this bank is very efficient. That's the reason why this bank has this tremendous success. So I never saw a bank having so much success with these specific niche products, because these are niche products, because in Switzerland everybody is speaking about wealth management and private banking, but the normal business, what happens with the normal business? Or if you do trade finance, Swiss banks are asking for 100 millions volumes or even more volumes, but this bank you have a chance if you are a newcomer. If you are starting a business, you have a reasonable chance to have excellent and super qualified service from a European Union country, but with Swiss quality standards.
Absolutely. We focus our business on trade finance and on transaction and on operational accounts. It's very important because the Swiss banks, they don't cover the whole field of banking. And we think here, and also Enzo Caputo has the same opinion, it's very important that we support companies, that we support small, medium, and also big companies in achieving their goals.
Exactly. Especially we help business owners. We want to sit on the table with the business owners, helping them figuring out what are the best documents for this specific sensitive transaction. Yeah. We are in a position to offer even compliance services for sensitive transactions, for sensitive jurisdictions such as Africa, for example, or Middle East. It's very difficult to find a Swiss bank working with Africa, for example. We can do that. We can offer that with this bank. They have no problem. They have their specialists. They are very, very efficient. So if you have a business, if you are a business owner and you want to start a commodity trading business, you want to start a trade finance activities, if you need services with standby letter of credits, bank guarantees and so on, then give us a call, grab your mobile phone now and dial 0041 44 212 4404. Give me a call. We are here to help you and to help you to set up this business bank account in a European jurisdiction and to start with transactions in 1 or maximum 2 weeks. This is the time we need for account opening. Thank you very much,
yes,
Dario.
Thank you also. And I wanted to mention just at the end, we are a very small company, so information is very sensitive. It will never leave the office. We are a little small boutique company, and it's very important that your documentation, your business contracts, they are in best hands and they never leave.
Confidentiality is very important to us because we are a boutique law firm. So by law, already by law we have very severe confidentiality rules imposed by the Swiss regulators for lawyers, but on top of it we can even arrange for you a special confidentiality agreement with the bank itself. So if you have very confidential documentation, very confidential, we can even agree on a specific non-disclosure agreement for you. So if you like information just like this, subscribe to our YouTube channel and ring the bell. By doing so, you will never miss a video in the future. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you very much for your time. Be rich and stay rich. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
Thank you very much.